boss knew she'd fire me. That's fine, the New York Times would beg to hire me. Till then I'd log alone. Blah, 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 blah.
Thank you all very much. GALEN Institute, we are a think tank like Heritage, but focusing just on health policies, and particularly free market ideas for health reform. I am a veteran of the last attempt to socialize our healthcare system in 1993-94, and I formed the GALEN Institute after that because I knew this battle was not over, and that we're going to have to continue the fight to save and protect the free market in health reform.
I actually think that Senator McCain's plan is a lot more realistic because he's taking existing money in the system now, and he's spreading it around more fairly. So the people who are left out of the employment-based system are going to get new help in purchasing health insurance. Senator Obama's plan requires new spending to help the uninsured. In this environment with $700 billion bailouts and $500 billion budget deficits, I think coming up with significant new money to help the uninsured is really not realistic. So I actually think that Senator McCain's plan is more likely to cover more of the uninsured because he's got the resources to do it. And one of the things about the American health sector is that we've got pretty much something for everybody. We've got a single payer system in the Veterans Administration plan. We've got a federal-state partnership in the Medicaid program. We've got private insurance. We've got health savings. We've got a lot of different things. And I think in this country with 300 million people, the only thing that's going to work is diversity. We've got to have a lot of choices because there are people with so many different preferences. And in that regard, I again think Senator McCain's plan would much more likely address people's needs for the kind of things that fit with their needs, their pocketbooks, their choices, and even their religious and moral values, rather than a centralized, top-down managed cookie-cutter plan, which I think really is what Senator Obama's plan would lead us to.
One of the important things that we will get from increased offshore drilling especially is natural gas supplies. Natural gas supplies are incredibly useful for manufacturing in the United States, both because it's frequently what they use to heat the buildings, but they use the molecules. And because we have higher natural gas prices in the United States than almost any other country in the world, what that means is that we're exporting manufacturing jobs. The more that we have more American production of natural gas, especially because it's not traded as much as oil is, the more those jobs are going to stay in America. Moratorium on OCS, outer continental shelf drilling and exploration expires, and we're just discussing the next steps that we're going to take to move forward, and so that we can actually increase our domestic energy resources. It's just good to talk to people on the issue and to inform people and to explain the next steps that need to be taken, because with the case of outer continental shelf drilling, this is the first step that we need to take, and we're going to have to take many more down the road, and so we need to make sure that a lot of people are informed about the state of the issue. And so talking with the bloggers and answering their questions just gave us an opportunity to say, this is an important issue for us, and we all need to stay engaged, because we have accomplished really a fabulous victory, but there's going to have to be many more steps that we need to take and a lot more help down the road to making this a real outcome, so we're producing more American domestic energy. The media generally don't understand enough of the issue. They don't understand, I guess, that one of the things they cover is they easily understand what oil companies want to do, which is pretty simple. We know that oil companies are in the business of making oil, and that's what they want to sell. They don't also get into the other angle, which is the environmental groups. What is the environmental group's business? How do they make money? And in a way, when they make money by stopping projects, by halting work, that's how they increase their donations. So in a way, they're in the business of not making anything happen. And that kind of conflict of interest in the environmental movement, as in protecting the environment's important, as well as, which no one obviously disagrees with. The question is, when does it move too far? And what they're doing is just trying to make money for their organization as opposed to things that are best for humanity. And I think that issue's never really explored. It's oil companies are bad. We know what they're about, but they never consider what are the incentives that drive environmental groups.